with EDK.
Soundcity Radio 96.3. What's up, ABJ? EDK here, joined by a very special guest, the president of enjoyment.
Yo.
Lady Donli is here. Welcome to Soundcity.
Blessings, yo. Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm good, I'm enjoying my life. Standard.
Standard stuff. You know what? I want to just dive straight in because I've been bumping the project since it dropped as well. And we're going to talk a lot about the project as well.
Let's go.
And I'm just meeting you for the first time, and I've been listening to a ton of your stuff, so I want to know you as well. But first, though, are you comfortable with the labeling of Nigerian artists who don't entirely fit into that mainstream Afrobeat mold as Alte or New Age artists?
Honestly, like, I understand the necessity of labels sometimes. So I think I'm at the point where I'm fine with it, because the thing about Alte, or like what it's meant to be, it's like Alte is not a genre, so it's more like a lifestyle. It's more like a box. It's not. I won't call it a box, but like it's just like a segment that people have put people in, because like they don't know what to classify it. But it's not the music per se, because you can have someone that classifies Alte making R&B, jazz, hip hop, Afro pop, whatever. It's just the lifestyle. Like I feel like a lot of Alte artists came out from making music on SoundCloud, and just like not necessarily going through the industry, like how conventional artists,
not going through gatekeepers and all that.
So like that's basically, I think that's why I refer to it as a lifestyle, because it was just like kids making music in their rooms and just
Okay.
like.
Are you happy with the disruption that the scene has caused so far?
I mean, yeah, like it's great to watch. There's a lot of recognition internationally and otherwise, and I feel like it's opening doors for a lot of other people to like just want to express themselves. So that's always good to see.
All right, so new album out.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, right? It sounds like you genuinely had a wild time recording this. What song did you first start with?
The first song I recorded in the project was Flavor, and I made that like over 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be on another album that I was working on called Something Else. But like it's, it transcended and it entered Enjoy Your Life. But yeah, like honestly, creating an album was the best experience of my life so far. Like I'm thankful.
What were some of your favorite moments making the album?
Yo, like when I was recording Corner, I recorded it in my friend's little walk-in closet with my mic. I was holding my mic. My mic was like on his laundry basket.
Really?
Yeah, like, and like it's just like seeing the lengths that we go through just to like get a good recording. And also like when I was recording with The Kindness with Tommy Thomas, like because we'd camped like in Lagos. We'd been me and my band, I got them to just come stay in my house, and I was just getting artists, musicians to just come through, vibe and just create content. So like that was like a great time, like so much creative energy, because I'd wake up in the morning to my drummer Benjamin, he'll be drumming. So I wake up to drums, then Kingsley, who plays bass, he'll start playing the bass, then I'll come, we'll start vibing, we'll play some chords, Tommy will be singing. Like it's just so much creative energy. So like it was great.
Awesome stuff. So one of the big bits about the album that people can't stop raving about are the samples, the use of samples.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about some of that. I mean, you sampled Mama G, you sampled The Band on Take Me Home. There were other 90s and 80s samples as well. Walk us through that process, bringing all those samples so neatly together.
Honestly, like I listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of African music. I listen to a lot of Nigerian music, Nigerian classic albums. So like even sometimes when I'm making some of these songs, it's not even intentional. It's just like the music is just there in me. Like I listen to it so much that it just it just comes out. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was able to neatly do it, because I wasn't overthinking it. I wasn't like, oh, I have to sample this at a specific time. Because when I was working on Take Me Home, and I was like, oh, don't hate me because I'm hotter than you. Yeah. It was literally, I was with Tommy. I'd recorded a full verse for the song, and that wasn't even there. And then Tommy and I we're vibing, we're listening to it. I was like, oh, Tommy, what do you think? He was like, ha. He was like, Z, this, you have to just, he just sang it there. And I was like, yeah, it enters. And I just put it there, and it was just like, oh, vibe, like, and it wasn't even like necessary per se, but like it just fit in so perfectly. Yeah. And that's just it for me. It's like Mama G, I love Mama G. Like she's like up there for me. Like that album, got me through like dark secondary school.
For
days.
real though.
Yeah, because we used to play that album in our common room, and like that was our only source of entertainment. So we'd watch the visual album, so like I know all the songs on the album.
What school was that?
Cherryfield College
Yeah.
in Abuja. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So you had some really interesting people on the project. Benji Flo, Amare, Tommy Thomas, of course, who's your longtime collaborator.
Yeah.
Thames was on there as well.
Yeah.
Your band, The Cavemen. How did you decide the features on this album?
Honestly, like okay, some songs like my song with Thames. I honestly for this album I really wanted to work with women like female artists because there are a lot of great female artists in the country, upcoming and otherwise, and I was just like there's not enough focus on that.
Yeah.
You know, most of the projects that come out is like heavily male dominated track list. So it's just like, yeah, I'm a woman, they're great artists, they're women as well. So like, so I tweeted, I was like, I'm trying to work with women on this project. You know, if you're down, like I'm in Lagos, come true. And people added Thames. She replied me. I DM'd her. She came through to the house. We just vibed. Like, just got to know each other, like, with Justin. Because that was, like, the first time I was meeting her properly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we just started playing some chords. Then, you know, Benjamin played drums, bass. And then, yeah, like, the song just came. It was just literally that song, like, Good Time, is, like, literally, like, the energy that was in the room. Like, there were just good vibrations, like, throughout. Tommy, like I always like Tommy, like we just have to be on each other. I have to call him, like he has to be there. You know, when I was making that song, I just messaged him. I was like, bro, like where you come through to my house, like I have his songs for you.
Yeah.
Benji Flo, that was actually he was meant to be working on something else for me, and then Take Me Home. I'd sent it to 2 other people, and none of them had replied me. None of them had.
You want to call these people out?
Nah. They were like, they'll give me verses. It was taking time. And I was just at the point where I was like, I need this album to be done, you know? So I was like, whoa, Benji. Because me and Benji, we'd worked on a song before. And I was like, I sent it to him. And literally, he gave me a verse like that night. And I was like, oh, mad. This is what I've been looking for. Yeah. And like, most of the verses is just people like admire, Amare. And I wanted to work with her for time. So Medina, amazing vocalist. So it was just like, people I respect.
Van Jess.
Van Jess. Like that song coming to life was incredible because at that point I had been jamming their album. Like I just randomly, I don't know, like I came across it. I hadn't listened to it before, but I had heard like a single and I was like, oh, these girls are dope. Yeah. So I started listening to their album and I'd followed them, and then they followed me back, and then they DM'd me. Like I was listening to one of the songs, and like they just messaged me, and they're like, "Yo, sis, like, love the music." I was like, "Whoa!" Like I just literally was just listening to your song, and then we're like, "Yeah, let's work on something." So I started. I didn't have anything for them at that time, but then I started working on Kona, and I was just like, this song is very like traditional, but like, let me send it to them and see, and they killed it.
Kona is such a vibe.
They killed it.
Honestly, such a vibe. So let's bring it back home for a minute. You grew up in ABJ. Just mentioned that you went to school here as well. But eventually, life and more school took you elsewhere. How much influence does the city have on you and your music?
I think I don't really know per se. I think the North in general has influence on me because like my dad's from Kaduna. And, just growing up, going down to Kaduna, going down to Zaria when I was younger and, like, just listening to the traditional music elements was so important to me. Like, it's, like, those are, like, my fondest memories of music. And Abuja, like, secondary school moments, like, of me, talent shows, all these things that, do in secondary school definitely influenced me. I think the city influences my personality more so than my music. And I guess my personality then...
It's a reflection.
Exactly, because I'm very chill and I feel like that's, I feel like, I'm like an Abuja girl. I'm just like, chill, like everybody, So definitely.
Let's talk about more of the traditional northern sounds in your music. Straight off the bat, the first track apparently inspired by Zumunta Mata. Because we don't hear a lot of this in mainstream Afro-pop music right now. So how important was it for you to put that in your music and let it reflect through?
Honestly, like, when I started working on Enjoy Your Life, like, the intro track was the hardest track to make happen because I knew that was what I wanted. Like, off the bat, I was like, this is how I want my album to start because when I'd go to church in Zaria, like Zumunta Mata. Like I'd listen to them, and it was just like it was so captivating for me, because we'd have the normal choir sing, then they'd come like women's fellowship and they'd do their thing, and I was just so intrigued, like the drums, the sound. I was like, what's going on, like. And it was so important for my album to start like that. So initially I was going to go to my village, Usasa and Zaria. I was going to go there to record the fellowship.
Track,
I was going to go there to record the fellowship there, but logistics is so long. So I hit up my brother, my second brother, who lives in between Abuja and Kaduna. And I was like, bro, he's also a songwriter. I was like, bro, this is what I'm trying to do. So we sat down. He choreographed the song with me, and he recorded it. So he got it recorded. He got some women from the Equa Church, the younger, because like most of the people in that women's fellowship, they're older women. So he got the younger versions of them, and just hit up the studio, recorded that. So honestly, I was like so happy with how it turned out, because it's just like, yeah. And I feel like a lot of people from the north, when they listen to that, it's just like nostalgia. People that go to Equa Church as well, they're just like, yo, shit, I'm replaying that. People's mothers are like, yo, I love that. So I'm just happy. But a lot of people don't get it still.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people, and the reason that song was important for me is because I go to Lagos and I feel it disconnects from northern Nigeria to a lot of them. Like a lot of my friends from Lagos, they don't know anything about like Hausa people or what it is to be like from northern Nigeria. Like they just have like bland pictures. They don't know that we create our own music. We have our own scene. So like I feel like that song was so important for me and like representation of northern Nigeria.
All right, so let's talk about the creative scene in ABJ for a minute. I want to know what you think about it currently. Do you like it?
You have to tell me, what is the creative scene in Abuja?
Look, I moved here like I said, just over a year ago.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of spaces. I watch ABJ artists perform. I'm almost always mind blown.
Yeah,
you know.
really?
Do you like how it's progressed so far? Because I mean, you grew up here, so you know how it's progressed from when you were younger to now. Younger people are in it. There's trap. There's alternatives. There's all sorts of stuff right now.
I mean, like I have like a lot of respect for a couple of people in the scene here, like Apex Village. That's like Psycho YP.
Yeah.
IU, Zilla, all of them. Like I respect them heavily. Teiwa, Sute, Bantu, like that whole collective. Cheso, Efe there's this girl coming out, Emose,
yeah.
Yeah. Like so I'm liking. I like what I hear. Like a lot of these people are like incredibly talented, and it's just beautiful to see that now there's actually a scene in Abuja, as opposed to like the scene is still dominated by Lagos, undoubtedly, but it's a nice start to see like we have something in the capital, and like I'm riding that like this is my city still. Like even when I go to Lagos, I spend a lot of time in Lagos, but I'm just always like, yeah man, I come from Abuja, like this is my city. In my music I'm talking about Abuja, like because that's what's real for me, and I'm happy that the scene is growing, and I'm happy to be known as a part of it. So
fantastic. Let's talk about your writing for this album and for other artists that you've worked with. Your lyrics just go straight to the point. They hit the mark. What's your process like? Can you walk us through that?
Honestly, I feel like I write like a pop artist from early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it's because when I was growing up, like the music I used to listen to a lot of Avril Lavigne, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I got you.
And the way they write, it's just like da-da-da-da. It's just like, yeah, this is what I feel, and like that is how I write. It's like a lot of my songs starts out with voice notes, where I just like something comes to my head, I just record a voice note, or honestly, in fact, that's how all my songs start. Actually,
with a voice note.
Yeah, just like I don't need an instrumental track. In fact, I don't like writing on instrumentals. I like to like create everything together. So I just have a voice note, and then when we now start creating instrumentation, I write pen to paper, sometimes notepad. But it's like mostly things I see around me, or like a feeling that I'm feeling at that exact time. It can be random. People keep asking me, "How do you write corner?" I'm just like, I don't know. Like literally, like I was like corner, yeah. And then I just like, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so I know it's most likely a long list. You've dropped some names during the course of the conversation so far, but who are the artists that influenced you? Just drop a few names.
Angelique Kijo.
Oh yeah.
This artist called Fatoumata Diawara, Mama G,
of course.
Tony Tatila, Asha. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. I mean, it's a long list. Yeah,
Long
there's
list,
so
yeah.
many people that inspired so many things on this album.
All right, awesome. I saw that you were with the Empower Africa program sometime.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
year. How's that? Did that help in the development of your art in any way?
So I feel like everybody had like a different journey in Empower. Because like for me, like going there, like I was already like at a specific stage in my career. So like for me, what it did, it just helped like foster like just a sense of like a nice artistic community. And it also like just helped me get away from like the noise. I was just like surrounded by like good energy. We were in the mountains. I was writing and I was helping people more so because by the time I went for Empower, my album was like 90% done. So I was just like feeding off other people's energies, helping people to write and just like, you know, like just helping. And I feel like in that sense, like it really helped my artistic growth, but not as an artist per se, but like more so as a producer in terms of like helping people produce music and just like being there, meeting different producers. And it was like, it was a great experience. Like, I had a great time.
Great time,
I had a great time.
Yeah. So earlier I already said that you worked on a lot of stuff with Tommy Thomas. But at what point did you guys decide to form the group The Forbidden? I mean, you put out work I think in May.
Yeah.
At what point you guys said let's make this a thing now?
So basically, Tommy and I mean, we made ice cream, and then we just used to go to the studio together, and we're like, I just told him, I was like, bro, we have such great chemistry. Let's make an EP. He was like, yeah, Z, I'm down. You know, this is how we talk. Like, Tommy and I, we talk almost every day. He's like, yeah, Z, I'm down. Let's do it. And then he came out to Abuja, and we were just making music. And then we made one song, which is not out. I don't even know if it's ever going to come out. It was called Forbidden.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was just like, bro, The Forbidden. Because he was like, okay, so this is our EP. What are we going to call it? I was like, Forbidden, man. I was like, that's what we are. He was like, I like it.
Yeah.
And literally, that was just it. Like, I mean, we haven't, and people keep asking me about our EP, but like, it's going to come. When it comes, it's going to be great. We're just taking our time. But like, the chemistry is there. Like, Tommy and I cannot be in the same place and not make like 7 songs. It's a problem. Like 7 songs is even small. Like when I was working on my album, we would wake up, make songs. We won't even record. We're just making songs. I told him, I said, Tommy, we have to stop now. I said, Tommy, we have to stop now because we are not recording these songs. We're just making. So I have so many voice notes of like our time in Lagos. I'm just like, bro, like let's chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. He's a great guy.
So tell us about your alter ego, Jintachi.
Jintachi, that's a blade. Tommy named me that actually.
Oh yeah, because he's Bushido Takumi?
Yeah. Tommy named me that. It's just like, yeah, I'm fierce like a sword, and it's just, I feel like that is just like a sharper version of Lady Donli, like a more no nonsense version of Lady Donli.
Got you.
You know,
not this chilled Lady Donli.
yeah, like not this chilled Lady Donli. Is like, I'm going to fight you if you're annoying me,
Yeah.
Lady Donli. But yeah.
All right. So what's coming through next? I mean, I know you're obviously, when you find the strength, going to climb stages. You know, go and link with your fans. Are we going to see more videos of this project?
Yeah, of course. Like that's what I'm working on right now. Just like being able to create good visual experiences, and I'm working on my performing as well. Like just rehearsing with my band for as long as it takes before I get back on stages, because I don't want to give anybody that likes me a subpar experience. So it's like, and then December time, you know, we'll have the concerts. Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, Port Harcourt.
I love it. Lady Donli, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Blessings. Thank you for having me.
This is what's up
What's up, Abuja?
on your chill down.
For sure, Pimp Juice, I'm chilling.
Sound City Radio.